San Diego's Jazz 88.3 and the new Jazz Thing. Music there from Ben Gilles. And Ben, I'm sorry if I'm messing up your pronunciation of your last name. It's Ben, spelled B-E-H-N. Last name, Gilles, G-I-L-L-E-C-E. He's a vibraphonist, and he has a new disc out entitled Mindset, with Rick Germanson on piano and Rhodes, Paul Gill on the bass, Charles Ruggiero on the drums, and Ken Fauser on saxophone. The title track from the new disc, Mindset, is what we were listening to. In front of that, we heard from Terrence Blanchard. His new one is called Breathless, definitely a contemporary outing where he's getting funky on a lot of tunes. The composition we were listening to there was called Soldiers. You're listening to the New Jazz Thing. My name is Vince Outlaw, and welcoming into the Jazz 88 studios is Jonathan Karrant. Jonathan, welcome to the New Jazz Thing.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Always nice to be here.
Well, Jonathan, let's make sure that we've got you here on the mic. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Oh, please. Let me see.
Is it?
Try it again.
Hello, hello.
There
we go.
Can you hear yourself now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you're on the guest 3 mic. That's the mic you're on. So we're just trying to figure things out here a little bit at Jazz 88.
Lovely new studio you have.
Well, thank you, and really appreciate you coming down here on Memorial Day and spending a little time with us
My
today.
pleasure.
So Jonathan's got a new tune that he's debuting and is out on his website at jonathankarrant.com. Jonathan, pronounce your last name for us.
Karrant.
Karrant, okay.
Yeah.
So jonathankarrant.com. He's got his new tune out there. So we're going to be talking about that, and he's also playing date this week in San Diego, and we're going to be chatting about that. Let's talk about the new tune. So you have got a new release out that you've put out on your website for people to download, Lady in Red, the Chris de Burgh song.
Right. It's also on iTunes and any other downloading site on the web. That's the world we live in now, of course.
It is.
It's a song I've never really pictured myself recording. However, I was doing a show in Palm Springs, and after the concert, a man came up to me and said, "I'd love your voice. I'd love to hear what you would do with Lady in Red. It's my wife's favorite song, and I'd love to have a contemporary version to give her." And so I worked on it, and I thought it came out pretty great, so I released it as a single.
So did you do any research about the song, or had it been a song that was kind of part of what you knew at all?
I had never sung it before, and I hadn't listened to it much either, so I listened to it a little bit and then rehearsed it a little bit with Mikan, and then we came up with an arrangement with Bob Magnuson and Duncan Moore at Peter Spriggs Studio, and that was that.
Mm-hmm. So did you? You're someone who gets really into the lyrics and really interprets the songs that you do. You do a lot of tunes from the Great American Songbook, some of the classic tunes. This is a more contemporary tune, I think, written in '86 or something.
Right, and it's definitely more pop than
some of those standards coming out of the Tin Pan Alley Broadway kind of thing. Did you look at the lyrics? How did you prepare yourself for it?
Yeah, I looked at the lyrics and I thought about it, and I really can understand how a woman would really appreciate this song, a lot. And I talked to some people about it. I talked to my sister's brother-in-law. You know that song, Lady in Red? He's a little older than I am, and I was probably too young to notice it when it came out. And he said, "That's a great song." So I thought, all right, well, people do appreciate it, because I had never really given the song much thought at all. Mm-hmm. But after thinking about it and listening to it, and I thought, well, if I'm going to record this, I need to find my way through it and find something that I love about it, and I did, and I can really see why people appreciate the song, and I do think it came out nicely.
Okay. Well, before we play it here, we're going to debut it here on the radio. Is this going to be part of the upcoming show that you're doing this
Yes,
week
it will.
here in San Diego? Let's give folks just the details about the date, like when, where,
Right.
and then we'll talk a little bit more about it afterwards.
It's going to be Thursday. The show starts at 8 o'clock. The doors open, I think, at 5:30 or something if you want to have dinner before. It's at Martini's above 4th, which is up on 4th Avenue in between University and Washington. And on Thursday nights, they do a segment called Table and Stage. They get a lot of traveling acts through there. The Manhattan Transfer has played there on Thursday nights, and a lot of great people come through there from Los Angeles on Thursday evenings. And it feels like a New York jazz cabaret room when they do the table and stage things on Thursday nights. It's really nice.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about that and some more specifics about it. It's a themed show, and so we'll do that. But let's check this out. The debut on radio of Jonathan Karrant's new release, Lady in Red, on the New Jazz Thing on San Diego's Jazz 88.3.
I've never seen you looking as lovely as you did tonight. I've never seen you shine so bright. I've never seen so many men ask you if you wanted to dance, looking for a little romance, given half a chance. And I've never seen that dress you're wearing, or the highlights in your hair. They catch your eyes, I have them blind. Lady in red is dancing with me. There's nobody here, it's just you.
All right,
and
so
me.
we're still on the video.
All right.
So, did you look up the Wikipedia page for this song?
No, I didn't.
So there's like some interesting facts about this song.
I know that there was kind of like a movie that was
Right. It was part of a movie.
with like Gene Wilder.
Right.
He actually came to a show of mine once.
Gene Wilder did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it's kind of cool.
That is pretty cool. So it was like, it's one of those tunes that people love or they hate.
Exactly. Now, I honestly, when I would hear it on the radio, I skipped it a lot. Because it played forever. I mean,
On and on. It was one of those songs that was like a big, huge hit.
yeah, and even though I was like a child when it came out, years later, I guess like easy listening radio stations still probably play a lot.
Right.
So I remember like skipping it, but
But that's good though. I mean, it definitely, lots of people love it because it's like a wedding song.
Right.
It's
and I totally see why women relate to it and feel like it's about them.
right, exactly. So
After like listening to it more, I think one thing I couldn't get past is the Chris's arrangement is so 80s. Like I don't think there's a real instrument on it.
Right.
You know, it's
right.
all like synthesizer.
Yeah. Totally.
I don't like things that are fake like
This
that.
is really good. I really like this. It sounds great.
It's a little more soulful, I
Right.
think, and it's a little more timeless.
Yeah, you should go and read the Wikipedia page for this song.
I will.
It's hilarious because there's Rolling Stone voted the third worst song of the 80s.
I don't want to talk bad
No.
about him, but if you
No.
listen to the original, he actually goes off pitch in the recording. So it's kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
Now that wouldn't happen because we have all the
Auto-tune,
right?
etc.
But I'm surprised that they released it like that.
Yeah. Must have been someone thought it was going to be really good, All right. Okay. Well. Okay. So wait. So the ending of the song
Didn't come on.
didn't come on. And it's all right. Well, so I think you guys get the deal. We're chatting this evening on the New Jazz Thing with Jonathan Karrant. His new disc is his new tune released on his website at jonathankarrant.com is Lady in Red. And Jonathan, thanks again for coming on the show.
Always a pleasure.
So you're doing this song as part of a show that you're doing this week here in San Diego. You mentioned it. Tell us again the details of the song, of the date, and the theme.
All right, it's at Martini's above 4th, on 4th in between Washington and University, coming up this Thursday evening, May 28th. The show starts at 8 o'clock. It's kind of like a supper club, so you can come have dinner or just drinks or whatever you want to do. And the show is called Songs from the Heart, and a lot of people have asked me, does that mean it's all love songs? And yes, there are a lot of love songs happening, but it's really songs that I relate to and that really I hold really close to my heart. I'm doing a song that I've never done before by James Taylor called The Secret of Life, which is a beautiful song about life and time. So, and I am doing some love songs, of course, but there's another song, Brazilian song called the Portuguese call it fleur-de-lis. However, it's in English they call it upside down.
Mm-hmm. Do you sing in Portuguese?
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. So then, how did you come up with the theme for this? Was this something that Martini's wanted to do, or was this something you proposed to them?
I play regularly in San Diego. I'm at the Westgate every Saturday night from 8 to 11. And so usually if I do a show here in town that's something different like this at Martini's, I usually try to theme it and bring something different to the audience.
Mm-hmm. So you also are playing not only in San Diego, but you're doing quite a few gigs in Las Vegas. I see you are heading back there this week also to do some more. Tell us about that. And that actually fits into your kind of bio because you came from Arkansas and to Vegas.
Well, I actually moved to New York right after high school first. Then Vegas, then San Diego.
And Vegas played a big part in kind of your becoming a professional musician.
Right. I play there at least once a month now, or I'm there I travel there at least once a month for shows. I just had a great show at a place called the Ron DeCar Event Center on the Strip, which was a great night that we had over there. And I am going back in a week. And I've been playing in New York a lot lately. In fact, I was just honored in the New York City Jazz Cabaret Honors. They honored 12 singers from across the globe, and I was happy to be one of them. So, yeah.
So good. That's great that you're doing a lot of playing. Your last disc came out in 2012, or was it even 2010? The time is...
Is it that long ago? I don't think it was 2010. It might have been 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually working on another album. I wanted to put Lady in Red out as a single because I didn't think it really fit with the other things that I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would have flowed well on the album, but it's going to be recorded in New York and hopefully released maybe by the spring. Probably it'll be before these things all
knowing how those things
take
work.
time, right?
So at the Martini's date this Thursday, who are you playing with?
The Danny Green Trio.
Danny Green Trio.
Yeah.
So Danny on keys, Julian Cantelm on drums, and Justin Grinnell on bass. So fantastic. Do you work with them much?
Yes, I do. And more and more, and I work with Danny a lot, and he's great. And he writes a lot of my arrangements for me. He's wonderful. Yeah.
He has a good rapport with vocalists. So we were just talking about the Jazz 88 pool party at the Lafayette that's coming up this Sunday, and Allison Adams Tucker is the vocalist there, and she plays a lot with Danny.
And his trio.
Right. So they work together a lot. So that sounds great. Well, you mentioned an upcoming disc, some travels a little bit. Any other things that are going on career-wise or personal-wise with you to just kind of catch us up before we head out with another tune?
Not really. Just keep on keeping on. Like I said, I'm at the Westgate on Saturday evenings,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing this show on Thursday night at Martini's Above 4th. And this new release is available on iTunes and anywhere else that you can download music.
Well, give them your website.
My website is jonathankarrant.com, which is JONATHAN
And we've got a link to Jonathan's website out on the blog post for tonight at jazz88.org/blog. We're going to end things with music from Jonathan's release that we believe is in was a 2012 release, On and On. And this is the tune, This Is Always, something that folks may be hearing this week?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Excellent. Okay. Well, Jonathan, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight on the New Jazz Thing. Great to catch up with you again. And best of luck with everything you've got going on.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Jonathan Karrant here on the New Jazz Thing. And from his disc On and On, This Is Always on the New Jazz Thing. San Diego's Jazz 88.3. Excellent. All right. And away we go.